Welcome to another QuickFormational video. Happy Friday. Today, we're going to talk about outsourced IT services. And there are different places that you can outsource your IT services, not just through a particular managed service provider, but you can do it through lots of different places. And a lot of times, you'll find that some people or some companies like to outsource their IT work to even yet another company. And sometimes those companies are international. Not necessarily a bad thing, depending on where they're coming from. But have you ever called up support and gotten Bob from Chicago, but Bob really isn't Bob, and it's obvious that he or she isn't from Chicago? It can be quite frustrating when you've got somebody from another country that has a really thick accent that it's hard to understand, but you call it an American company. Just as similar, let's say that you're from another country and you call up tech support and you get somebody who only speaks English in a deep Southern accent. Well, I'm from the South, and sometimes I even have problems understanding what some of the people are saying. Now, originally, I'm not from the South, but I've lived here long enough, I can translate pretty well, and even some people I don't understand. So if you get somebody deep South and you live in, say, England, it might be hard to understand, even though we're speaking the same language. So it's important to make sure that if you're using a company or using outsourced IT services, that people can understand them, because there's nothing more frustrating on support calls than having to say, can you repeat that? I didn't understand that. Hey, hold on, back up. Can you say that again? So think about what you're doing and who you're outsourcing to, and make sure that you can be understood, or at least that your outsourced IT can be understood. Again, not necessarily a bad thing, but you want to be able to outsource to people that can A, understand what's being said, and B, can be understood when they respond. We try to use everybody internally from the United States, and right now, everybody's local to East Tennessee. We don't have anybody with a thick accent, but if we did, they might be easy to understand if you're from the South, but maybe not if you're from Britain. And so we try to keep that in mind while we're hiring. We recommend that you do the same thing, regardless of where you're at, international or local to the United States, that you are looking at how people communicate and how well you can understand them. People who can speak clearly are much easier to work with. Hope you enjoyed this QuickFormational. Remember, who communicates and how they communicate is very important. The fact that they can get to the solutions is important as well. But if nobody can understand them while they're getting there, you may want to rethink what you're doing. Thanks for watching this week's QuickFormational. Hope you enjoyed it. And keep in mind, communication is a key component of any service business.